this is Claire that I'm going to cut first, and then Jemima's going to take over. And she said to me, make sure you leave enough length for me to put something in there. And of course I will. But as the guys have mentioned, we're talking about curvatures. So just put your head down for a minute. You probably can't see, so I'll take this out. This little section here I've got as a crescent moon shape coming this way, even though her shortest panel, so it's coming around the shape, her hair swoops from this side, so it's just accentuating that. So it's just a moon shape curvature disconnected panel. And then through this back here, I've taken all circular sections, so they turn into pie sections. So I've already done that through there just to get rid of all that length, and just stacked the sides so that we get a little bit of width. I think Claire's face can carry a little bit of width through here, so I've taken it nice and cropped through here. And then I'm just going to come through and take this fringe a bit shorter, leaving the extrication coming through. So we'll work with a few different curvature patterns running through there. And then hopefully that'll leave Jemima a nice shape to play with. So we have conversed about it. Jemima and I always do our consultations together so that we know what each other are doing. And I often am explaining my sectioning patterns to Jemima to just make sure, you know, this is actually, I'm taking this section on a diagonal, so you might want to put your foil on a diagonal or things like that. So we do quite bounce off each other like that. But I'm just taking this length off through here. And I don't want it to be such a hard, heavy line. I don't want it to look like Lego head because the colour makes it look a bit like Lego hair. So I do want to make it look a little bit soft. So, you know, we are trying to work together there. I don't want people to be walking off on a street trying to pull a hair off going, is that real? So I'm just going to layer out through this, taking curvature sections through the fringe so that it's a nice soft edge. Still got the sharpness, but soft. I've just on the stage today for you just cut in the circular fringe and just left this disconnected panel through here but kept the circle going on the other side. So this whole panel through here is disconnected so Jemima can have a bit of fun with the colour. And I've really gone through and cut into it a lot because normally I would cut into it after, but I'm not going to see her until after you've seen it. So I've really cut into the top as well just so that it blends for Jemima's colour.
If anyone's seen me sectioning out there, it's a great way to see how Ali and I work. This is very much how we work in the salon on a daily basis. She does the cut, I come over and I can visually look at it, see where I want the colour placement and go ahead. So what we wanted to do, because we've got this slight little curved overhang in Claire's fringe, I want to create just a bit of shadow through the root area and then bring that little curved section out and just lighten it so we get like that nice shadow and light through the fringe. With Claire's base colour, before we actually started here, Claire was previously pre-lightened. So for me to get to the red was quite easy to get a red over a pre-lightened base, but did need a few coats there. I want the shadow to be created with a really, really, really deep cherry, and I'm just using just a blonding cream just to shift the tone. Because it's pre-lightened underneath, I know that it will come up, and then just leave that untoned through the front, just so we get that nice bit of variation in the colour there. As I said before, I worked very, very visually with Claire's hair as to the placement of where I wanted, just to work with Ali's haircut. So essentially it is just a very strong curved V. So I've just worked up slightly heavier through this side because I think we'll see a lot more colour coming over with the overhang through here. And so working with the lightened shade, so really creating that shadow with that real deep cherry through the roots and just working the blonding cream through the end so we get that nice bit of blonde or light through the front. So.
You changed my way to something I don't know what.